coming into this game. Angel Reese finds Angel Reese for the three. Angel Reese from the same spot he threes on the season. And when I say a few, that's two.
A couple heat checks from the three-point line.
The double team on Angel Reese.
Defenders.
She's most effective. She's also shared that the balance is something she's learned from her experience.
This is your star? This is who the WNBA wants to build the league around? This is who the mainstream media expects me to believe can carry pretend basketball into the promised land? According to lonely men on Reddit who changed the name of their automated girlfriend from Celestia to Angel, guys like me and other creators, we pick on Angel Reese. We intentionally show one or two bad plays to present the illusion that Angel Reese is a terrible make-believe basketball player. But the problem with that theory, I'm not showing you a compilation of bad plays throughout the regular season. Every time I show you guys a compilation of Angel Reese, it is a multitude of bad plays from one game, sometimes from one quarter of one game. On paper, Angel Reese, one of the best players in the league. If you based your opinion of Angel Reese on stats, which is what her lonely male defenders do, then you would think Angel Reese is a huge star. Move aside, AJ Wilson. My Angel is going to be the winner of the Most Valuable Pretender Award this season. I guess I can see why Angel Reese perceives herself to be a major star. I mean, she is taking selfies with some other wannabe star named Latto. One of Latto's biggest hits is Put It on the Floor, which, ironically enough, that is exactly what Angel Reese does with a basketball every time she airballs a layup. And like I said, on paper, Angel Reese is a great player. She's averaging 15 points, around 12 rebounds a game. For the first time in her career, Angel Reese is on a winning team. The Atlanta Dreamers are one of, if not the best team in the league right now. So I can understand why Angel Reese is feeling herself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I take layups and I can't make them. I take layups and I can't make them. But what I'm struggling to understand with a star of this magnitude, last night, the Atlanta Dreamers, they were at home against the Toronto Pimples. The Dreamers, one of the best teams in the WNBA. Angel Reese, the supposed face of the league. Yet, for some reason, last night, the arena was filled to less than half capacity. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. Mike is one of my longtime viewers. Throughout his life, Mike has worked physical jobs, so he's developed arthritis in his hips. Over time, the arthritis was bothering him so bad that Mike was having to sleep while sitting up in his recliner. Not only was Mike losing sleep, he was also losing some of his mobility. One day, Mike heard Uncle KC talking about the CBD from Sugar Mountain Trading. He decided to give Sugar Mountain a try. Mike figured, what the hell do I have to lose? Nothing else is working, so let me go ahead and try this out. Mike applies the CBD to his arthritis every night before he goes to bed. He is finally able to get quality sleep, and he no longer has to sleep while sitting up in his recliner. I have got countless stories from viewers, friends, family. Initially, everyone is a bit skeptical, but eventually, they all come back with the same story. They cannot believe this stuff actually works. There is a reason Sugar Mountain Trading has renewed their contract with me every month for the last 2 years. You guys keep buying their CBD because Sugar Mountain Trading is the real deal. All CBD from Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. What do you have to lose? Control your pain today by clicking the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Use my promo code BTL25, BTL25. Receive 25% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. All right, I'm going to replay the clip from the beginning of this video, but this time, instead of laughing while watching Angel Reese attempt to play basketball, I want you to pay very close attention to the number of empty seats in the background. Watch for yourself.
Being questionable coming into this game, Angel Reese finds Angel Reese for the three. Angel Reese from the same spot on the
film and understanding where she's most effective. She's also shared that the balance is something she's learned from her.
For reasons unknown, this game with the Toronto Pimples, it was played in the State Farm Arena. Keyword, arena. Normally, WNBA teams are playing in buildings classified as centers or pavilions, gyms, or my personal favorite, dumps. For some reason, though, the Atlanta Dreamers thought it would be financially feasible to move this game with the Pimples into an NBA arena. And I'm just struggling to understand why. Can you name one of the Pimples? Hell, besides Angel Reese, can you name one of the Dreamers? The organization was depending on Angel Reese to pack the house on Monday night. And in an arena that holds over 18,000 people, only 9,600 seats were filled. And to be honest with you, I think 9,600 is being generous because there looked to be hundreds of empty seats in the lower bowl, which means more than likely the upper bowl was completely empty. Look, it's great that Angel Reese is finally part of a winning team, and to her credit, she is a big part of why the Atlanta Dreamers are winning. But as you guys know, winning in the WNBA, that doesn't automatically translate to success. In the NBA, I don't care what market you're in, if you put a consistent winner on the court, they will come. I remember a few years ago when Zion Williamson stayed healthy. I think he played 70 games and the Pelicans won 49. The Smoothie King Center, which rivals the WNBA as the biggest dump in America, the Smoothie King Center, it was damn near sold out every night. That season, Kevin Durant called it one of the loudest arenas in the NBA. But in the original dump, winning doesn't translate to success. Doesn't mean that you will draw ratings. Doesn't mean that you will sell tickets. Why? Because winning doesn't mean you're presenting a good product. Truth is, it is tough to watch Angel Reese attempt to play basketball. On paper, Angel Reese is great. But then you watch, and you're left wondering how someone can be paid to do this. Angel Reese reminds me of Derek Carr. Like Angel Reese, Derek Carr looked great on paper. 3 years ago, Saints were playing the Detroit Lions at home. Derek Carr finished the game, completing 17 of 22 passes, 77% completion percentage, 226 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now, the Saints lost the game 33-28, and even though they lost, it was still a great game from Derek Carr, right? 5 minutes into the first quarter, Saints were down 21-0. First drive of the game, Derek Carr throws an interception on the first play. The first 3 drives of the game, the Saints offense had -6 yards. As was often the case, Derek Carr padded his stats in the second half once the game was already out of reach. Once the Lions eased up a bit defensively, Derek Carr, he looked like the best quarterback in the league. But most of the time, Derek Carr was an absolute eyesore to watch. Is this starting to sound familiar? In the WNBA, building a winning team, that's only half the battle. If winning was the formula for success, The Las Vegas Anonymous Faces, they would be the most popular team in the league. They couldn't sell out home games last year in the WNBA Finals. Tickets were selling for less than $40. For half the price of a tank of gas, you could watch the Anonymous Faces win the coveted prize of the Golden Toilet. And they couldn't generate enough interest to sell tickets. Being a star player, having mainstream name recognition, that's a great start. But the problem in the WNBA, it's the same problem that this dump of a league has been dealing with for the last 30 years. The product on the court is the drizzling shits. The product on the court is tough to watch. And that is incredibly difficult, almost impossible, to overcome. In the short term, it seems like the Atlanta Dreamers have learned their lesson. For the foreseeable future, all of their home games have been moved back to the Gateway Center, a gym so small that they can't even fit a forklift inside of it. The Gateway Center holds around 3,000 people, which can actually be a good thing for the WNBA. With a smaller number of tickets available, it can cause the price of those tickets to increase. It's called supply and demand. Clearly, there is no demand for 18,000 people to see Angel Reese, but when you put her in a smaller arena, you can charge $100 for tickets to big games. Multiply that by 3,000 and you're generating $300,000 in revenue in one game. We are millionaires! We are millionaires! You know, this could have been the perfect setup for the WNBA. For 2 years, Angel Reese wasn't a real threat to Caitlin Clark because the Chicago Bravado were a flaming ass fire. Now that Angel Reese is winning, Caitlin Clark isn't a real threat because her head coach seems to have been promoted to Captain Doofus. It's a missed opportunity for a league that really can't afford to miss opportunities. But anyway, sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.